Long ago, in a quiet African village where the green hills touched the sky, there was a river called the River Without End. The people believed a powerful goddess lived in its deep waters, a spirit older than the trees, who could bless or punish depending on the heart of the one who called her. Many came to her river to pray, but only the pure and kind received her blessings. The villagers told stories about her, how she could turn greed into sorrow and kindness into joy. Every child grew up hearing her name with both fear and hope. In this same village lived a little girl named Amaka. She was gentle, hardworking, and loved her mother more than anything. Her family was very poor, and her mother was sick most of the time. Amaka would fetch water, cook, and help her neighbors, but every night she would walk to the river and talk to it like it was her friend.
"Oh, great river,
she would whisper.
please help my mother get well. I don't want gold or food, just her laughter again."
The river always listened in silence, the waves rippling softly under the moonlight, as if answering her in its own secret language.
One evening, her friends Obi and Ifeoma followed her to the river. Obi, a playful and proud boy, laughed when he saw her whispering to the water.
Amaka, are you still talking to the river? It cannot hear you.
Ifeoma tossed her braids and said proudly,
"If this goddess is real, I would ask her to make me the most beautiful girl in all the lands. Then princes will come from everywhere to marry me."
And I would ask her to make me the richest man alive. Amaka smiled gently and said, "I only wish for my mother's health. That is all." Her friends rolled their eyes, but the river shimmered softly, almost like it had heard her words.
That night, a strange light appeared on the river. The moon was full, and the water began to glow silver. Suddenly, the waves parted, and a tall, glowing figure rose from the water. Her skin was bronze, like polished clay. Her eyes sparkled like stars, and her hair flowed like dark water. She wore a crown made of shells and pearls that shone brighter than fire. The children trembled in awe. It was the river goddess. Her voice echoed like wind over water as she said, "Children of the earth, I have heard your whispers. Tonight I will grant your wishes. But remember, your wish will show what truly lives in your heart." Ifeoma stepped forward first. She bowed deeply and said, "Great goddess, I wish to be the most beautiful woman alive, so everyone will adore me." The goddess nodded and waved her hand. A golden light surrounded Ifeoma, and her reflection in the water changed. Her skin glowed, her hair sparkled, and she looked more beautiful than anyone had ever seen. The people of the village stared in amazement. Ifeoma smiled proudly, thinking her life would now be perfect. Next came Obi, who shouted, "River goddess, I want gold. More gold than anyone in this land. I want barns filled with riches." The goddess touched the water with her finger, and in an instant, piles of gold and jewels appeared beside him. Obi danced with joy, throwing the coins into the air. "Now everyone will respect me," he shouted. The goddess said nothing, only watched with eyes as deep as the river itself. Finally, Amaka stepped forward quietly. She knelt before the goddess and said softly, "Great goddess, I do not wish for beauty or gold. I only want my mother to be well again. Please make her strong so she can laugh and sing again." For a moment, the goddess was silent. Then she smiled warmly. "Child, your heart is pure," she said. She touched the water, and it rippled with silver light that spread far toward the village. "Go home, Amaka. Your wish has already been heard."
The next morning, Amaka woke to her mother's laughter. She ran to the hut and saw her mother standing strong and healthy, cooking and singing again. Tears filled Amaka's eyes as she hugged her tightly. Their small hut was filled with joy.
Meanwhile, Ifeoma walked through the village, admired by all, but she soon discovered that her beauty brought loneliness. People feared her pride and stopped visiting her. Men admired her face but did not love her heart. She became sad and lonely, realizing that beauty could not give her happiness. Obi, on the other hand, became rich overnight. His barns were filled with gold and food, but soon thieves and greedy men came to steal from him. He could not sleep at night, always afraid of losing what he had. His wealth brought him no peace, only worry. In time, he grew tired and old from guarding his treasure. Amaka's life was different. Her mother's health grew stronger each day, and their home was filled with songs and laughter. Neighbors who once pitied them now admired their joy. Amaka shared what little they had with others, never boasting, always grateful. People began to say that true blessings come not from asking for oneself, but from caring for others. One evening, as the villagers gathered by the river, the goddess's voice echoed across the water again. "Children of men," she said, "beauty fades and riches bring trouble, but love and kindness last forever. Those who wish good for others will always be fulfilled." The villagers bowed their heads in respect, and from that night, they taught their children to pray not for selfish things, but for love, kindness, and peace. Amaka's story became a song sung by mothers to their children. They said that if you stand by the river without end and speak with a pure heart, the goddess will listen. But only those who wish for others, as Amaka once did, will see their dreams come true.
Tell us what your wish would have been in the comment section if you were given the opportunity. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to see what's next.